How can you multiply your tomato yield by 10 with just one plant? First, let me show you my tomato plant. These are cherry tomatoes that were first sown, then placed in seedling pots, and later repotted into larger containers. Right now it's in its final pot. The tomato plant has gone really well. I have to admit it was kept in a sheltered spot inside the greenhouse. Now, you can see that there are a lot of suckers. Well, these suckers can actually be multiplied. First, to be clear, suckers are shoots. They are shoots that grow on the main stem. Here, this is a cherry tomato plant, which produces a lot of shoots, but you can also do this with other types of tomatoes, like large round tomatoes, for example. So these shoots or suckers, most gardeners say you have to remove them because they grow at the expense of future fruit production. They draw sap that would normally go to the tomatoes. But actually, we're going to take these shoots and use them as cuttings to multiply our production by at least 10. First of all, it's important to prepare a mix based on potting soil, let's say universal potting soil, sifted so that it's very fine. You can mix in just a little bit of garden soil and a bit of sand, mix everything together well, and most importantly, add water, a lot of water, enough to get a soft paste. Then knead it, mix it until you get little balls. Once you've made a nice little ball, at that point, our mix is ready for a seed tray. I use a seed tray, one without drainage holes. Inside this tray, I put my mixture, pressing it down firmly. I smooth it out and pack it down well. It needs to be as compact as possible, spread out evenly, because this will serve as the base for propagating my tomato plants, my young tomato plants, my suckers. With a knife blade, I cut squares that are 5, 6, or 7 centimeters wide all the way down to the bottom. And this will give me a good base for propagating my suckers. With a pencil, I make pilot holes. This is very important to avoid injuring the suckers during propagation. In principle, it's better and much easier to break off the cuttings very early in the morning. If you weren't able to do it, then spray some water to moisten the foliage and the cuttings. They will be much easier to take. It's much easier to take the suckers when they're still small, at the leaf axil on an internode about 10 centimeters long. There's no need for a knife, no need for pruners or scissors. You simply detach them by snapping them off. This makes a clean cut, which is much better for successful rooting. Like with all cuttings, you need to prepare them, which means getting them ready. For the aerial part, we remove a leaf, and here we also take off the bud that won't be of any use, the bud that would produce a flower. Since we've made pilot holes, it's quite easy. You slide the cutting all the way to the bottom and then press it in with your fingers so it doesn't move at all. Tomato sucker cuttings are done in a closed environment with a transparent lid, and that same lid is shaded with a cloth to prevent burning inside. The temperature should be between 20 and 25 degrees. Rooting begins after about 10 days.